Hello and welcome, friends. Today is July 4th, so happy Independence Day. I am Love to Inspired Handmade with Christina, and I am going to jump on and share with you today this cute little tutorial to create your very own paper bags. And I love the detail of the bottom, like, it's literally what I call the OG paper bag. Here is another one that I had created, and I did a little center front here so that you could have the little window, so then that way you could have the little treat on the inside. And then here's another one that was created with this. So take that scrap designer series paper that you have sitting around, or maybe you have some paper sitting around that's brand new and you're wanting to know what you can do with it to play. This is perfect. It makes great for any treat bag for, with some candies or maybe some little cookies or whatever. So I love those little treat bags and boxes. So here's another fun tutorial to show you that's a little bit different than some of the other ones that I've shown in the past. So let me turn the camera down and I'm going to show you how this comes together. Whoa, almost like turned it completely around for you. How funny would that be? So I am going to be demonstrating with the Celebratory Sips Designer Series paper. And let me tell you, this stuff is adorable. So you see, here's one side of it. I'm gonna go ahead and run these through like this real fast. Maybe I'm getting everything caught up. And here's another one. And now this is the one side. Aren't these cute? I love that. I can see this being very much useful in many areas. I love this one. And you ready to get wild though? These are our solid prints with some fun patterns. But here we go. Isn't this adorable? Yes. So you have all the fun little drinks that you have. I mean, it's so summery. I love that. So whether you're doing a beach or having a little cocktail with a friend, or just summer by the pool, this is a great way to celebrate all the things. And then you have this beautiful print, and I love the abstract of this. Very, very pretty. Oh, and look, and this is adorable. And also if you get like a bundle, the suite here, this has dies, so you can actually cut it out and have fun with it, or do some fussy cutting. You don't have to have dies to do all that. And then you have this one, and that's fun. It's so party-ish. And then the floral look. So there you go. If you love that, be looking for details. I will share how you can get your hands on this beauty really fast. All right, so these fun little bags. Now I'm here to tell you, when I discovered them, I thought, oh, this is cute. It looked so simple to create, and yet it is. But it took me a minute to like wrap my head around how all the things were. So again, here is the first one I'm going to show you. Now with this one, I just kind of pinched it at the top, added a little tag, and then gave it a little embellishment here with the floral cutout. But with this one, like I showed you, with the little window in the front, you can see the little treats in, and you have your just because, and I tied the ribbon around it. So it just gave a different look to the whole thing. And this is the one I'm going to show you today to kind of keep it simple for you. Solid pattern, and then we tied the ribbon, but I'm going to show you a fun little trick that I just learned, and it's brilliant, and why I have never even thought or figured it out before, I don't know, but yeah, I am going to share it with you, so stay tuned with that. So get your designer series paper, and you're going to have a 6x12 sheet. So go ahead and get that cut. And I've got my paper trimmer here, and I'm going to, let me see which is going to be the best. I don't know. I can try to work sideways for you so you can follow along. On here, I'm going to be using the score. Now, one thing to remember, you're wanting to, when you push down, give enough that you get your score line on there, but do not press too hard because your paper may tear. And if you do, then you're just going to need to start over with another piece of a designer series paper. So take your 6x12 and you're going to score it at a 1/2 inch on the 10-inch side, or sorry, 12-inch side. Totally said that one wrong. Okay, so we're going to look over here and we're only going to do, let me make sure I'm upright. Again, I'm working upside down here for you. So take it and move it up to a 1/2 and score it. Oh, I almost pressed too hard on that. Okay, now what we're going to do is move this out of the way real quick, and we're going to fold this in. So whichever side that you're going to want your paper to show. I'm going to definitely go with this beautiful floral look on this other side. So if you can totally use tear tape for this. I'm using my multi-purpose glue though, because I am real big on, I want this stuff to stick. I do not want it to fall apart if I'm giving it away. So just put very lightly. If you've used multi-purpose glue, know a little goes a long way. So go ahead and you're going to fold this in half all the way up, because we're sealing our little pack here. Okay, so just push down, then come over here to this side and go ahead and fold it in half. I did not score it, I just simply folded the paper in half. So now what you see is that, right? So the next thing is bring your paper trimmer back to you, because now we're going to score again. Now the two sides right here on each side here, you're going to score each side at 1 inch. So go ahead and put that back in your paper trimmer and score it at 1 inch on both sides. So I'm going to flip that around and do it again. Dun, da, da. Just like so. Okay. Now you're going to take the bottom end of your paper, which be careful because here you can see I have my flowers going up. So this is going to be my top. So I'm going to take the bottom side of my paper and turn it, because I'm going to score it at 2 1/4. And then I'm going to slide it down and I'm going to score it at 1 1/4. That's all I'm going to do for that. Now is the fun part, okay? So I'm going to, let me move my camera up a little closer. If it's too close, I'll bring it back up some so you can watch me do this. So if you have your bone folder, take your bone folder and go ahead and fold all of the score lines, just so that when we start using, putting this together, it's going to be a whole lot easier. Do your side flaps. Just make sure everything burnished real well, and then that way it'll be easier to create with. This is sometimes, if you have your bone folder, what we're about to do can be easier, just depending. So just a note if you have it. So you're going to fold up to the 2 1/4 one that we just did. You're going to fold it over like that, and then you're going to lift up the side here. Now these two sides you're going to push in just like so. So push them in to the score line here, and then push this one in where you see this little flap right here. And this is what it's going to look like right now. So once you have that, you're going to see how this folds over this way, and then this one folds over that way, because we're recreating the bottom of our bag. Now open that back up, and we're only going to add your tear tape to the little triangles on all 4 sides, okay? I'm going to use my glue again, just making sure that I stay within the range of the corners here, because I don't want to get it too far into anything else. Fold one side over and then give it a good little press, and then go ahead and do your other side over. Now, I forgot, I am going to put just a tad bit of glue right here at this edge, only on the one side, and then I'm just going to give it a good little press. Now, mind you, a little goes a long way, so you don't want it to, I already got sticky on my hand. You don't want it to squish out and everything, because the glue will make a mess. Now, you can fold that. We're going to open our bag. Here's the truth of all truths. Did I create it correctly for you? So just kind of gently press the bag open. Just like so. And now, it did do well. Yay! The crowd goes wild. Okay, so see how you have your bag, and then it should look just like that on this side, and then if you flip it over, it has a perfect little bag. So the next thing is, if you want to put your treats or whatever in, you can. I ended up, let me bring the camera back out just a little bit for you. The next thing is, I want to use my hole punch to punch holes. Now, this is the trick I was telling you about earlier. So if you have your grid paper or any kind of paper, find out what your measurement is. This one is a 4 1/4 from here to here. So I cut a 4 1/4 piece of paper. Now, if you line that up on here, now this one I've already been using, so it does have the hole already in it. But sometimes I like to eyeball 90% of the time when I'm punching holes to add ribbon. I eyeball it from one side to the other. So sometimes it's evenly across and other times it's not. But this will guarantee that your hole is the same on both sides. So punch your hole about where you want it, pull your paper off, flip it over, and then line it back up. This is going to ensure that your holes are directly the same with each other from top to bottom, side to side, and you ain't got to worry about or be, it isn't in the right place that you want it. So that's all you do with that. I did forget to grab some ribbon down for you, so give me 1 second. This one will work. The only other thing is, take your ribbon. Let me see if I can get it through here fast enough for you in the video. Of course, we'll pretend I put a treat in here right now. And then you just tie it. Oh, who? Anybody else have trouble with that? So listen, if you're tuning in today, and you haven't got any, started your 4th of July, totally comment and share what you've got going on. I mean, are you going somewhere? Are you going to be staying at home? Yeah, what are your plans? We are, because it is America's 249th birthday. We are totally going to have a pre-celebration for next year's 250, and we are going to cook out on the grill and watch fireworks, visit and laugh with family and friends. It's just going to be a great day. So yeah, that's what we're doing, and we're really excited to just celebrate the 4th. This ribbon bow here, oh, okay, there you go. Ta-da! So if you notice, I have how I did this one just like that, but on here I ended up like doing the fold. So what you would do if you want to add the little lip to it, that is scored at 3/4, and so you would do that when the same time you scored at the very beginning when we scored that 1/2 inch on the long side. Then you would turn it and score it. I mean, on the short side, the 1/2 inch on the short side, you would turn it on the long side and score it at 3/4, and that would give that lip before you start doing all the extra stuff to it. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and that you look forward to going and creating some of your own creations with us. It is so much fun. I love doing treat bags and stuff for others, so I hope you do as well. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, I'd love for you to share and comment. Make sure that you ring the bell so you can never miss another tutorial. I will be back next week, you guys, July 11th at 2025, to share with you something new and fun. And until then, you be safe and enjoy a great weekend. Bye.